Okay, now that we can send an email when a user registers successfully, we need to confirm their email address. So we send them an email, but when they click on the link inside that email, we need an endpoint so that we can confirm the token is valid and then switch the email confirmed to confirmed. And what we'll do for this is we'll need to make this allow anonymous, first of all, and we'll make it an HTTP post. And we'll give it an endpoint route of verify email. And what we'll do is we'll say public async task that returns an iAction result in this case. And we're going to say verify email, and we're going to take the string of the token and the string of their email address. And we're going to receive these as query string parameters, as that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this and pass it back up to our server to this endpoint and then check the token and the email are both valid, and then we're going to confirm their email address. So what we'll do, we'll say var user equals await, and we're going to say user manager, and we're going to say find by email async and just pass in the email address. And we'll just make sure that the user is not equal to null. So we'll say if user equals null, then we're just going to return unauthorized, as we will not be able to go any further if their email address does not exist in our database. And what we'll do is say var decoded token bytes, as we need to get the token's going to be encoded when it's sent down to the client, and we need to decode this. So we'll say var decoded token bytes equals web encoders dot base URL 64 decode this time, and we'll pass in the token. And then we'll say var decoded token equals encoding dot utf8 dot get string, and we'll pass in the decoded token bytes. And then we can say var result equals await and user manager, and we're going to use the confirm email async, and we pass in our user and the decoded token. And we'll check to see if the result succeeds. So we'll add the not operator, then say result.succeeded. And if it does not succeed, then we're going to return bad request and say could not verify email address. And then we can say return OK and email confirmed. You can now log in. So this takes care of verifying their email address, and what we'll also add, just in case they didn't get the email link, then we'll also add another endpoint here and say allow anonymous and HTTP get this time, and we'll just say resend email confirmation link as its root, and we'll say public async task, again an iAction result, and we'll just say resend email confirmation link, and we'll just take in their email for this one. And what we need to do is something very similar to what we did in the register method. So I'm just going to copy most of this, in fact, after the result succeeded into my clipboard and just paste it in to this method. So we need the origin, and we need the user as well. So what we'll do is we'll say, before we go down and get the origin, we'll say var user equals user manager, or await user manager, and we'll say find by email async, and we'll pass in the email. And once again, we'll just check to see if the user is equal to null, and we're just going to return unauthorized, as we'll probably get an exception if we attempt to do the rest of this without first making sure we have the user. So the origin we'll keep. The var token will do the same as we did before. We'll get the token from the generate email confirmation token based on that user, and then we'll encode the token. The verify URL is going to be the same, and we'll keep this the same, and we'll send them an email, and we'll just change the last part and say email verification link resent. So those are the two endpoints we need, and what we should be able to do is test some of this functionality in Postman, and we'll take a look at doing just that next.